The Abyssal Voyage. The sun was shining brightly as I stepped onto the colossal cruise ship, the SS Serenity. Excitement bubbled within me, fueled by the promise of a luxurious vacation on the open seas. Little did I know that this voyage would become a nightmare, a journey into the depths of terror that would haunt me forever. The ship stood majestic, its gleaming white hull towering above the dock. Passengers bustled about, eager to embark on their adventure. The moment I stepped aboard, however, a strange unease settled in my gut. It was as if the ship exuded a sinister energy, a foreboding presence that sent a chill down my spine. As the Serenity set sail, the shimmering blue waters stretched endlessly before us. The first few days were idyllic, with passengers reveling in the opulence of the ship, lounging by the pool, and indulging in gourmet cuisine. But as the sun dipped below the horizon on the third night, the ambience shifted, and a palpable sense of dread permeated the air. It began with a series of peculiar occurrences. Strange noises echoed through the corridors at odd hours, whispers carried on the breeze where no voices could be found. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, their movements unsettling and unpredictable. One evening, as I strolled along the deck, I glimpsed a figure standing at the railing, gazing out into the dark abyss. The figure's silhouette was hazy and distorted, as if it were made of mist. I approached cautiously, my heart pounding in my chest, only to find that the figure vanished into thin air. As the days passed, the ship's atmosphere grew increasingly eerie. The once vibrant common areas became shrouded in a thick fog that clung to the walls, obscuring the guests' joyful laughter. Whispers of unease circulated among the passengers, each person sharing their own unsettling experiences. On the fifth night, I awoke to a piercing scream that reverberated through the ship. Startled, I rushed out of my cabin, following the sound to its source. It led me to a small hallway on the lower deck, dimly lit and seemingly forgotten. There, I found a group of terrified passengers huddled together, their faces etched with horror. They recounted a tale of a crew member who had vanished into thin air, swallowed by the darkness of the ship. No trace remained except for the echoes of his desperate cries for help. The passengers spoke in hushed whispers, fearing that whatever had taken the crew member lurked within the bowels of the Serenity. Determined to uncover the truth, a small group of us formed an impromptu investigation team. Armed with flashlights and trembling resolve, we delved into the hidden passages of the ship, where secrets festered in the shadows. The further we ventured, the more twisted and distorted the ship's layout became. Rooms seemed to shift and rearrange themselves, leading us deeper into the labyrinthine nightmare. The air grew colder, and a dampness settled on our skin, as if the ship itself were alive, breathing a malevolent breath upon us. In the heart of this labyrinth, we stumbled upon a forgotten cargo hold, long abandoned and infested with darkness. The room was filled with crates, stacked haphazardly, their contents unknown. As we cautiously navigated through the maze of boxes, a sudden noise made us freeze in our tracks. A low, guttural growl emanated from the shadows, echoing with an otherworldly resonance. Panic surged through our veins as we realized we were not alone. Eyes gleamed in the darkness, a pair of predatory orbs fixated upon us. Without warning, a creature lunged from the darkness, its form twisted and grotesque. Its jagged teeth glistened with a sickly yellow hue, and its elongated limbs moved with unnatural agility. We stumbled backward, terror seizing our hearts. The creature's presence triggered a primal instinct within us, and we fled, desperately seeking escape from this floating nightmare. But the ship seemed to conspire against us, its corridors twisting and shifting like a malevolent maze, leading us deeper into its clutches. As we ran, the ship itself seemed to come alive, its walls pulsating with a sickening rhythm. Doors slammed shut, cutting off our escape routes, and the deafening sound of footsteps echoed from every direction, though no one was in sight. Frantic and disoriented, we found ourselves in a corridor that appeared unfamiliar, its walls covered in a slimy substance that oozed like putrid decay. The air grew thick with an acrid stench, and the temperature plummeted, leaving trails of frost on our breath. Desperation fueled our determination, and we pressed on, our fear melding into a frenzy of adrenaline. But as we rounded a corner, our eyes widened in horror. Before us stood a grotesque amalgamation of flesh and metal, a monstrous entity that defied all comprehension. The creature's eyes glowed with an otherworldly fire, and its form writhed with an insatiable hunger. It lunged toward us with inhuman speed, its distorted limbs contorting and elongating. We scattered, desperately trying to evade its grasp. In the chaos, I stumbled upon a hidden door, its rusted hinges creaking open with a grating screech. Without hesitation, I darted inside, my heart pounding in my ears. The room was small and musty, but for a brief moment, it offered a sanctuary from the horrors that lurked beyond its confines. As I caught my breath, I surveyed the room and noticed a peculiar symbol etched into the wall, a symbol that seemed familiar, as if I had seen it before. In a sudden realization, I remembered the legends of an ancient curse that had plagued the ship. With renewed determination, I knew what had to be done. I had to break the curse, to free the ship and its passengers from the clutches of this living nightmare. Drawing upon the last shreds of my courage, I traced the symbol with trembling fingers, uttering ancient incantations in a desperate attempt to banish the malevolence that plagued the SS Serenity. In that moment, the ship trembled as if in agony, and an otherworldly howl reverberated through its corridors. The darkness recoiled, retreating like a wounded beast. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, and the ship returned to its former self, a vessel of luxury and serenity. As dawn broke and sunlight streamed through the portholes, the passengers emerged from their hiding places, their faces etched with relief. We had survived the cruise from hell, our souls scarred but our spirits unbroken. The SS Serenity sailed into port, seemingly innocent and unassuming to those who would embark on their own journeys. But we, the survivors, knew the truth of the horrors that lurked beneath its glamorous facade. Though we returned to our lives, the memories of that fateful cruise would forever haunt us. The Abyssal Voyage served as a chilling reminder that darkness can lurk in the most unexpected places, that evil can take many forms. It was a reminder that sometimes, the truest terrors lie within ourselves, waiting to be unleashed in the depths of the unknown. Years passed since the ill-fated Abyssal Voyage, and I had tried to bury the memories deep within me. The nightmares had lessened, but the scars remained, a constant reminder of the horrors I had witnessed on that cursed ship. One evening, as I sat alone in my study, a knock on the door shattered the tranquility. With a sense of trepidation, I opened it to find a man standing on my doorstep, his eyes filled with a mixture of fear and determination. He introduced himself as David, a fellow survivor from the Abyssal Voyage. David's presence rekindled the memories I had fought so hard to suppress. He spoke of his own nightmares, of the lingering presence of the ship's malevolence that had never truly left us. Together, we realized that we could not escape the shadows of our past until we confronted them head-on. Driven by a shared desire for closure, we embarked on a mission to uncover the truth behind the SS Serenity and the curse that plagued it. Our research led us to forgotten archives and haunted libraries, where we pieced together a tale that chilled us to the bone. It was revealed that the SS Serenity had once been a vessel of unspeakable cruelty, a slave ship that had sailed the seas centuries ago. The captain, a man consumed by greed and sadistic pleasure, had reveled in the suffering of those unfortunate souls bound in chains. The curse that had haunted the ship was born from the collective anguish and despair of those enslaved. Their tortured spirits, never finding rest, had fused with the vessel itself, tainting it with their eternal suffering. The ship had become a vessel of punishment, forever condemned to carry the weight of its dark past. Armed with this knowledge, David and I embarked on a final journey, returning to the SS Serenity with a newfound purpose. We sought to free the tormented souls trapped within its walls, to bring them the peace they had been denied for centuries. As we stepped foot onto the ship, the familiar sense of unease washed over us. The corridors, once opulent and inviting, now bore the scars of the curse. The air was heavy with the weight of sorrow, and the echoes of distant cries seemed to resonate through the very fabric of the ship. With the symbols and rituals we had painstakingly learned, we ventured into the heart of the vessel, navigating its haunted halls. The ship resisted our efforts, unleashing a torrent of supernatural forces to deter us. But we pressed on, our determination unyielding. At the epicenter of the curse, we discovered a hidden chamber, a place of confinement and suffering. It was there that we witnessed the spectral forms of the enslaved, their ghostly visages etched with pain and anguish. Their mournful cries echoed through the chamber, reverberating within our souls. With a solemn resolve, we performed the rituals, calling upon the forces of light and liberation. The chamber shook, and a blinding light filled the space, engulfing the spirits in a warm embrace. As their ethereal forms dissipated, a sense of peace descended upon the ship, lifting the veil of darkness that had shrouded it for centuries. As David and I emerged from the ship, we witnessed a remarkable transformation. The SS Serenity, once a vessel of horror, now stood as a beacon of hope and redemption. The curse had been broken, and the enslaved souls had found solace in their release. In the years that followed, David and I went our separate ways, forever bonded by the harrowing experiences we had shared. The Abyssal Voyage had changed us, leaving an indelible mark on our lives. But it had also taught us the power of resilience and the capacity for redemption. To this day, I carry the memories of the Abyssal Voyage, a reminder of the darkness that lurks beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary experiences. The horrors I witnessed have become a part of me, forever etched into the tapestry of my being. But I also carry a newfound sense of purpose, a responsibility to shed light on the hidden terrors that exist in the world. I have dedicated my life to investigating and exposing paranormal phenomena, seeking to bring solace and closure to those who have been touched by the unknown. The SS Serenity, once a cursed vessel, has now become a symbol of triumph, a testament to the power of perseverance and the strength of the human spirit. It serves as a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable horrors, there is always hope for redemption and liberation. As for David, we remain connected through the bond forged by our shared experiences. Though we have chosen different paths, our encounters with the supernatural continue to shape our lives. We occasionally cross paths, exchanging stories and offering support, finding solace in the fact that we are not alone in our quest to uncover the mysteries that lie beyond the veil. The tale of the Abyssal Voyage has been whispered among those who seek the truth about the ship's dark past. It serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder to tread carefully when embarking on journeys that promise luxury and adventure, for beneath the surface may lie unspeakable horrors. As I conclude my narrative, I offer a warning to those who are drawn to the allure of the unknown. Be prepared to confront your deepest fears and face the darkness that dwells within. The paranormal is not a realm to be taken lightly, and the price of delving into its mysteries can be steep. Yet, for those who possess the courage to venture into the shadows, there is the potential for profound enlightenment. Through the Abyssal Voyage, I have learned that even in the face of unimaginable terror, the human spirit can triumph, shining a light that dispels the darkest of nightmares. And so, as I continue my journey, I remain ever vigilant, prepared to confront the terrors that lie ahead. For the Abyssal Voyage was not just a cruise from hell, but a transformative experience that revealed the depths of the human spirit and the enduring power of hope. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.